Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this final week of April 2025 with regards to when they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Leo's feeling, please. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man upright. So Leo, at the moment, you are trying to see things from a different perspective. The Hanged Man turns himself upside down because he's open to seeing things from other people's point of view. Okay, so it's a healthy energy, and he keeps himself in suspense while he's thinking things through. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Swords upright, which is a lot of pain, anxiety, unable to sleep at night. Swords are like intrusive thoughts, it's worry, fear, anxiety. 9 is a lot to have. 10 of Wands reversed, we're dropping the burdens. The 10 of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who's become so strong because they've been dealing with challenge after challenge for so long, too long, but they're just incredibly, like, the fortitude is like at maximum, they've become a titan. So when that's reversed, it's like, well, we're just going to throw all the burdens down, I'm not going to do it anymore. Which is a good thing, to release the burdens, because look how much worry there was. Then we've got the Chariot. The Chariot is someone who is determined to have victory, it's the Emperor that owns the Chariot. The Chariot is a vehicle designed to move, to take us to victory. So when it's reversed, it's maybe failure or loss or defeat at the last minute. When it's upright, well, it's the major arcana for Cancer. You could have Cancer in your chart. I dated was in a relationship with someone who was Leo sun and they had a Cancer moon, which is water energy, it's feelings, emotions, but it's this determination to be victorious, dropping the burdens, seeing things from a different perspective, traveling, moving towards victory. One more for Leo, please. We've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed, so that could be, when it's upright, it's cooperation, it's teamwork. 3 is a number of community. It's working together generally, or it could be in a workplace specifically. Okay, that's reversed, so perhaps you're feeling a lack of cooperation, or you don't want to cooperate with anyone. Let's see about the one that's on your mind, because I'm not sure that you're dealing with anyone. I'm not getting very romantic energy. There's pain, anxiety, solitude, a lack of cooperation, wanting to make moves, travel with that locomotive there. Now, your person has the Knight of Pentacles reversed. They don't appear to be investing into anyone at the moment. The Knight of Pentacles upright is someone who is dating a person with the intention of having a relationship. So Pentacles are investments of time, money, and energy. So this is someone that's traveling to invest in another person that they've recently met. When it's reversed, it's going, the horse is going the other way. It's like, no, I don't want to invest in anyone. The Three of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is a person that's trying to pick which direction they're going to move in next. Do I go in the direction of A or B? When we get to the Three of Wands, they've made their choice, okay? And they're now taking that stick and they're walking in that direction. So this person has chosen B, you know, and they've picked up that stick and now they're starting to walk with it. So it's a card of taking action on what we've decided we're going for. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. So the Seven of Pentacles, when it's upright, is looking back at what's been cultivated and feeling like, you know, we've achieved enough. When it's reversed, it's like I haven't built enough. I haven't invested enough time, money, and energy. I haven't built up my Ten of Pentacles or my Nine of Pentacles. So it's reflective energy. They're trying to build pentacles. They're trying to build wealth because they don't feel like they're at where they need to be. Okay, that's where their focus is. That's why they're not putting pentacles into anyone else at the moment. They're trying to build them. This is looking like someone that you're not involved with, but they're on your mind. That's such a chunk of cards. Right, let's read from the back. I always read from the back. The Star reversed, a lack of wish fulfillment or healing. The Moon reversed, a lot of fear. Major Arcana for Aquarius and for Pisces. The Six of Cups is a soulmate energy. It's unconditional love that's been built up over many years. The Four of Cups reversed is becoming open to love again. The Knight of Swords reversed is blocking communication or using manipulation. Sorry, Knight of Swords, no, that's not right. It's the Knight of Swords. I'm thinking of the King of Swords. The Knight of Swords reversed is an urgent message. The Wheel of Fortune reversed, misfortune, bad luck. Death card reversed is unable to close a chapter and walk into a new one. It's unfinished business. Major Arcana for Scorpio. You've got so many Major Arcana in here. Page of Swords, upright. Observation. Oh, I've got moisturiser there. Observation, communication. Trying to gain facts by watching. So I feel like Eight of Pentacles reversed is, I think this person's trying to rebuild wealth, material wealth, after a great love that they had. They had a good situation, they lost it, and they're trying to rebuild after. You know, I don't think they recently lost it because we haven't got the Three of Swords or anything like that, but they're just trying to. There's a lot of fear and a lot of like ambition here, determination. They can't let go of the past. That's in the outcome. Let's get 2 more because they were a big clump. The Justice reversed. That's another major arcana. It's the major for Libra. Okay, so someone feels like they're really screwed over big style. It's taken them a long time to rebuild themselves, like financially, emotionally. But, you know, like this is why I think it's their feelings, because they're busy taking action. They know what they want. They're looking back at what's been cultivated. It isn't enough. They're closed off to investing in another. So it's definitely them that's in the outcome. That's why you're getting a lack of cooperation, because they don't trust easily, you know. And they got reason to be like that. It's not unwarranted. 7 of Cups reversed is fantasizing. It's when it's upright, it's being at a crossroads, and each cup has something different in it. Some things are good, some things are not so good. Okay, they're different options, different things that we want. Cups are emotion, so you can be emotional about getting with someone who's really good looking. You could want to, you know, have a major like holiday that's like holiday of a lifetime, overindulge it. You could buy loads of stuff. You could want to start a side hustle, a business. You know, some things are good, some things are not good. You could want to fall in love. There's many things that we want, you know, career, sex, marriage, children, health, adventure. There's so many things that we all want. Now, that's kind of daydreaming about it all. This is delusion, this is fantasy, this is like, I can't stop. There's a term for this, I can't remember what it's called, begins with A. But some people spend so much time fantasizing in their head that they kind of become borderline delusional, you know, because it's like they're just constantly in a dream state. So perhaps there's many things that this person wants. It's not that they don't want them, but it's not that they don't want them, but it's like restraint. Do you know what I mean? Or it's not the right time yet. Let's dig a bit deeper. Vicious circle, pattern of relationship issues and bad habits, a no-win situation. Ooh. Yeah, perhaps this person, like, you know, gets up to all sorts. Because they're in that, like, you know. I think this person lived a life. I think they've made some good choices and some not good ones and got their fingers burnt, and that's just human, isn't it? It's temptation, it's exploration, it's, you know, sometimes it's a form of self-harm to get involved with people that you know are bad for you. There's lots of reasons why people do stuff like that, or they're commitment phobes, or they're just in a shallow phase. I don't know. I do know because I've done it, but it's just being a human being. But they keep, you know, getting their fingers burnt, this person. So that's why they're rebuilding. They've got to rebuild. Okay, they've got to. It's a necessity. They don't always use their better judgment. Sometimes that's choice, and sometimes you're deceived, you know, by pathological liars or people who present themselves to be one thing and turn out to be another. It's not always choice. In fact, you lose the most when it wasn't your choice, because that's true narcissistic abuse. Controlling power struggles lead to being manipulative. So maybe this person doesn't like to be vulnerable, so they sort of play games, they're off and on. There's loads of people that do that, you know. Maybe they're just trying to protect their heart and keep things light. Loads of people do that. But we don't stay in that mood. Some people do, because they just think, I don't want to feel like that ever again. But sometimes we just do it for a bit and then we're like, okay, I'm ready to put myself out there. Safeguard steps. Sometimes to protect oneself, the bravest act is to walk away. That's exactly what I was talking about. You know, if you keep walking away from relationships, you feel safe again, you feel like you're in control again. People do that as well. But sometimes it's necessary to get away from people who are abusive towards us financially, emotionally, if they just completely abuse our trust in nature, you know, telling lies in every direction, like, or they're physically harmful, you need to get yourself away from anyone who shows that at the first signs, you know, and it's never too late to leave either. But yeah, there could be some dark stuff in this person's past, definitely. Let's get a confession from them. I really want to kiss you. So they do fancy you, Leo. They're definitely physically extremely attracted to you. Extremely attracted to you. Maybe you're part of these fantasies that they're having. Let's get messages from them. Be more selfish. They've decided to put themselves first. They're so tired of things turning to shit when they get involved and invest in other people that are being more selfish, because they think other people are being selfish. So I'm going to be more selfish. They're creating a bubble, you know, of happiness around themselves and controlling it. Think before you act. Okay, so this person, they take actions without thinking, and it's got them into serious hot water in the past, and people they love and care about have got into hot water in the past because of it as well. They're trying to be more thoughtful about it. It doesn't mean they're not allowed to daydream or fantasize, but they're keeping more to themselves than they used to, I think. I mean, sometimes our judgment is way off, you know, and it's because we're feeling more vulnerable. We're willing to accept, you know, having less boundaries, people treading our boundaries. It depends what you've just been through and what state of mind you're in. Sometimes we're just like, hell no. And we're throwing down the gauntlet saying, I want it like this and I want it like that. And we've got boundaries galore, you know, because it just depends. I've been all over the place with boundaries, been every way possible. Always better to have them, but you can't really judge people unless you've been in that situation yourself. You know, they've been through something that's made them put their boundaries right down and just want something. I thought that felt weird. It's a card that's got mixed in from another deck. It's not normal now, yeah. Do you think about me too? They think about the past. This is, you've got someone on your mind that you know fancies you, and you have both previously considered getting involved in a more long-term way with one another. You occupy a lot of this person's thinking, Leo. Happiness is my priority, so they're about spending time with their friends, their family, their work colleagues, teams, groups of people. 3 is a number of community, so they're not by themselves. They're not by themselves, but they're not dating, you know, and trying to get into a relationship. Ooh, what do you want? 4's a number of stability. It's the 1111 number. Like, are you looking to be exclusive someday? Are you looking to settle down someday? Do you want stability? What do you want? Because they got the justice reversed, okay? So they're really not trusting of other people. This person wants stability. They want personal peace, personal power, personal satisfaction. They don't want drama. They don't want unpredictable, you know, people or people that are non-committal, because they've likely been involved with it, accepted it, and then thought, I'm not having that anymore because I've done it. Like, I've had enough. Yeah, nah. So they start fantasizing about all kinds of things. This person, they get right up, you know, all like airy fairy, dreamlike, fantasize about many different scenarios, many different people, and then they burst their own bubble on purpose, you know, because it's like, that's probably like never gonna happen, and then they just get back to reality, you know. Anything else to help me clarify? Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. They're someone that gets, like, they get the feels for people quite easily, and it's a bit of a cycle, you know. It's make it, break it, make it, break it, make it, break it, make it, break it. They're the hopeless romantic, the quintessential hopeless romantic, okay? So their minds are never away from love for long, even if they physically take themselves away from it. They keep getting back on the horse, but they're making poor decisions about who they do that with. And so it causes a lot of having to rebuild, you know, and build back up after their house of Lego's been knocked down. They may have just got to a point where, like, they're more comfortable doing that than, you know, picking someone who's a forever, like, fantastic on paper, because that's boring, right? Get used to the excitement, the drama. Sexuality, someone is still figuring themselves out. Now, it could be that they're exploring sexuality just generally. It could be that they've got underlying, like, things they need to explore in terms of a different sexuality. Or perhaps they're just an extremely sexual person, and that makes it difficult for them to draw boundaries. If you're very heavily seduced by what people look like or how good they are in bed, you tend to allow people to walk all over your boundaries and overstep boundaries, and you deal with people, you know, where you shouldn't. It could just be a really, like, highly sexualized person. I think sex is very important to this person as well. Like, if they ended up in a relationship that was sexless, they would leave it and they wouldn't think twice about leaving it. And I don't mean like overnight, I mean like after a few months, if they just didn't see change, it's a done deal, it's a deal breaker, do you know what I mean? It's a very sexual person. What else do I need to... We've got that as well exemplified, haven't we, by like, I really want to kiss you. I think I've pulled everything, it's just getting advice, isn't it? What should Leo do about this person then? Breathe, Leo. Break from beneath the water surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. You're getting too bogged down. You're getting way too bogged down in all of this, and you need to just breathe, okay? If you want cooperation with this person, it's going to have to like be at a time when they're looking to build, and you're going to have to show that you're looking to build. Should we get a time in? Like, when will this person be ready to settle down? Or there's someone that's going to consider Leo in that way? Oh, 6 months from now. It's going to be, you're going to be better placed, and so is this person, to consider a serious commitment 6 months from now. What month are we in now? April. We're mid-April. May, June, July, August, September, October. So autumn time. Let's get you some more advice. In flow with money. So money is going to be a really positive thing for you in the next few months, Leo. Oh my goodness, you are the muse. Okay, you are like some sort of Adonis or like goddess. You are like absolutely stunning, and you're capable of making people very obsessed with you. Possibly this is what's gonna make you, you know, long term someone that is not only great looking, because Leos do present extremely well, but when your money situation is good, this person, they're not going to be able to like get you out of the system. It won't be a case of like, right, I've done that and now I'm fine for a few months. They're going to want to commit. I mean, money brings security. It's not always about, I need, you know, to be a millionaire, or I need to sort of be selfish. It brings security in a 3D reality. You need to have your ducks in a row when you present yourself to somebody, don't you? We all have to do that. Right, I hope this reading resonates with somebody. The only thing I haven't pulled is this one, but I don't know how useful it'll be. Let's have a look and just see what comes out. Baggage. Emotional baggage can weigh down relationships. Unpack it. I told you, this person's got so much going on in the past. Maybe you have as well, you know, but it's I think what you've had in your readings like this year, Leo, the major thing is that you are maturing. Leos can be a sign that mature later on in life. So past 40, you may feel like you're more profound, you've got greater depth to your personality, that your emotions, you become more emotionally like aware and supportive of other people, more grounded. I think that you're really coming into a time of maturity, and you're coming into a time of your life where you've got so much to offer. A lot more, wisdom, foresight, instead of leaning afterwards. I think this person going to feel like you're their anchor, in many ways, like spiritually, financially, physically, sexually. They're going to like, you are their muse, like you're going to become highly valuable, like high value for this person, like seriously high value. I hope that resonates. Hope you enjoyed it. If you think that it would benefit someone else or be entertaining for someone else, please share the channel. I'm going to tidy up your cards, Leo, and we'll go on to Virgo. Whoops.